5 Unusual People in the World, Part 85. Hello you guys, I'm Keisha and wish you all a new day full of energy. We know that everyone is unique, but some people are not just unique, they are truly extraordinary. Due to some diseases, they cannot be forgotten, even though their story may be decades old. Let's meet them through this video. Are you ready? Let's begin. Number 5. Zieni Namik. Zieni Namik, born in 1996 from West London, England, suffers from a strange disease which causes all the muscles and ligaments in Zieni's body to be petrified, unable to function normally. Her disease was discovered when she was hospitalized for a minor accident in 2008. Doctors concluded that she had FOP, also known as petrified man disease. At first, Zieni only had a small bump on her back. However, the swelling got redder and more painful. The test results showed that Zieni had petrified disease. Zieni's wrists were petrified, making them immobile. In addition, the muscles and bones on both sides of her shoulder blade were completely paralyzed. This has caused Zieni to face a lot of difficulties in her daily life. She was unable to raise her arms on her own, nor could she comb her hair or perform other personal hygiene activities. When the disease was at its worst, she even completely lost the ability to move and turned into a living statue. Although her condition worsened, it did not stop this beautiful young woman's extraordinary will to live. A man who can't go out and see other people because he's worried that he would scare people to death. He once wished that the disease would kill him so that he wouldn't have to live the darkest days of his life. Number 4. Donnie Fritz. Donnie Fritz is a carpenter born in 1959 from Georgia, USA. He suffered from a shrink disease that left him without a nose. According to the doctors, Donnie had a rare form of ameloblastic carcinoma. The disease has spread to most of his facial tissues. To survive, Donnie Fritz was forced to choose between his face and his life. Finally, with the support of his wife, he accepted to have his nose, upper lip, palate, and part of his forehead removed. For the next 6 years, Mr. Donnie also had to undergo 35 large and small surgeries to keep his face stable. In 2011, he received a face transplant to cover the hollow hole. However, his first leg transplant unfortunately became infected and had to be removed. Mrs. Sharon, Donnie's wife, continued to see a famous expert who specializes in producing masks for the CIA to order a new face for her husband. The first few weeks, Mr. Donnie also had an infection. However, thanks to a series of consecutive surgeries, including installing an iron frame to fix the fake face, Mr. Donnie has had a new and more complete look. Not as fortunate as his peers, a boy with a congenital tumor made his life painful. Unfortunately, information about recent years has not been disclosed. Number 3. Amari Stover. Amari Stover, born in 2009, living in Decatur, Alabama, USA, has a face that scares people who see it for the first time. He is called a monster by the cruel bullies because Amari's entire face was severely disfigured by a giant tumor growing from his left eye. It is known that since birth, Stover's left eye has been slightly swollen. Doctors discovered he had glaucoma and neurofibromatosis type 1. Soon after, a neurologist began treatment to relieve pressure on Stover's eyes, which was caused by tumors surrounding the eye socket. At 4, Amari had to have a permanent tracheostomy tube inserted into her throat to prevent the giant tumor from pressing on and causing breathing difficulties. The tumor continued to grow, leaving Amari blind in one eye and almost unable to study. In addition to the disfigured face and the tumor that was the size of a watermelon, the doctor warned that without early surgery, the boy would eventually go blind in both eyes as the tumor grew larger. The tumor has invaded the entire face and neck area and also eaten into the brain. Despite many times of laser treatment, the left eye still drooped and could not see anything. The doctor said the family needed to prepare for the worst and advised Amari's mother to learn Braille system for the blind to teach her child, as sooner or later the tumor would affect both vision and hearing. A little girl has to endure many difficulties in living, eating, and drinking, and cannot speak in a normal way like other people. Many people, including relatives, looked at her with timid eyes. Number 2. Darina Spangler. Darina Spangler was born in 2014 and lives in Grozny, New York, Siberia. Sadly, Darina was born prematurely at just 7 months, without lips and chin. Everyone was shocked when they first saw her. Even her mother was so shocked that she lost consciousness. According to the doctors, Darina has no lips or chin due to a strange disease called Naegger syndrome, in which the gene is severely faulty, with 8 mutations in her body. This is an extremely rare condition and possibly the only one in the world, when born without half of the face. Due to the lack of lips and chin, her mouth is always open and bleeding. Because of this deformity, since childhood, Darina had to receive many unfriendly eyes from people around, including family members. Even when she reached school age, she was rejected by many schools because they thought her face would scare all the students. The Russian doctors could not help, so Darina had to go to London, England for surgery at Great Ormond Hospital. With an unprecedented series of orthopedic surgery, the girl has a new and more complete face. It is expected that the girl will have to undergo major surgery every 2 years. To improve the daughter's condition, Darina's parents are still calling for funds to pay for medical services in Moscow. The support link is put in the description section. For obese people, chocolate, cookies, fast food are their favorite food. For this girl, her favorite food is mattress. Number 1. Jennifer. Jennifer was born in 1988 and lives near Missouri, in the Midwest of the United States. She suffers from a strange addiction to mattress. For over 20 years, she has consumed 8-bed mattresses. Hope that no one will follow her, as even her family members have also expressed concern that the habit could kill her. Actually, the reason is very simple. At 8, when she was sitting in a car, she suddenly became interested in her mattress, so she tore a piece and ate it, and she's been out of control ever since. Stealing seat cushions is not enough. She dug off the foam from sofas, chairs, and mattresses at home. Most of the sponge in the mattress can't be digested. Even if sponges are eaten by mistake, they can clog the intestines and prevent normal food from flowing into the intestines. She also understands that this is not something to be encouraged, perhaps seen as a weirdo. So, she ate them secretly and wouldn't calmly face her friends and family. Although there was no obstruction, Jennifer's stomach was filled with sponges, resulting in a solid stomach seen on the X-ray. If she continues to eat the mattress, she can have perforated bowel, intestinal obstruction, and even death at worst. Currently, although Jennifer has not given up eating mattress completely, at least she has reduced the number of times she eats it. You see, they are so different from us, but that is still not the end. There are still many special people out of the billions of people in this world. We will explore them together in the following videos. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to watch more interesting videos. And now, goodbye and see you again.